Do you know what really separates a champion athlete from everyone else? It's not just strength, not talent, not even luck. It's mental discipline. The ability to stay locked in when everyone else checks out. The will to keep pushing when your body begs you to stop. But if you train your mind like an athlete trains for a gold medal, you'll be ready for anything. Pain, rejection, setbacks, they won't destroy you. They'll shape you. The power to believe in yourself when the world says you've already lost. Your mind is your greatest weapon, or your biggest weakness. And most people, they don't train it. They train their bodies, their skills, their resumes, but never their mindset. And that's exactly why they break when pressure hits. Do the extra rep, have the difficult conversation, say no to distractions, build an environment where you can't help but grow, where quitting isn't an option because you've trained yourself to finish what you start. Each time you do something uncomfortable, you're building mental calluses, the kind that protect you when life throws punches. You don't need to be extraordinary to begin. You just need to begin. Start small, stay consistent, and let that consistency transform you. Because you don't become a champion in one day. You become a champion in how you live each day. But champions, real champions, they train their minds like warriors. It's showing up every single day, even when your mood says quit. Just like your body, your mind gets stronger with training. But here's the truth, pain is temporary, quitting is permanent. Because greatness isn't given, it's trained. Champions understand that discomfort is part of the journey. In fact, they welcome it. Because they know the harder the battle, the greater the reward. You build resilience, focus, and grit by pushing through resistance. And every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're leveling up. Not just mentally, but in life. When Kobe Bryant trained at 4 a.m., it wasn't for the cameras. It wasn't to impress anyone. It was to beat the lazy version of himself that wanted to sleep. That's what mental toughness looks like. They visualize success before it happens. They run the race in their minds before they ever step on the field. That's not magic, that's mental practice. And you'll smile, not because it was easy, but because you remember the moment you stopped making excuses and started training your mind like a champion. And when you do that, you stop reacting and start performing, even under pressure. Because they know, when your mind is strong, everything else follows. They've trained their minds to act without needing permission from their feelings. If you keep saying, I'm not good enough, or I always fail, then that becomes your truth. But if you start saying, I'm built for this, or pressure makes me stronger, then your brain rewires to match that identity. They've conditioned themselves to choose what's right over what's easy. And that's a skill anyone can develop starting today. Let's make one thing clear, life is not fair. It won't wait for you to be ready, and it doesn't care how you feel. Training your mind isn't about some fancy routine. It's about repetition over emotion. You think champions always feel motivated? They don't. They're just disciplined. The first step? Control your self-talk. Your mind listens to everything you tell it. Champions don't just train their bodies, they train their thoughts. So how do you actually train your mind? You start by doing hard things on purpose. Wake up early. Start feeding your brain with better inputs. Read books that challenge your thinking. Listen to people who push you forward. Cut out noise, drama, and excuses. Most people think mindset is something you either have or don't. That's a lie. Will it be easy? No. Will you want to give up? Absolutely. And guess what? One day, someone's going to look at your life and wonder how you pulled it off, how you turned it around, how you overcame. Now get up, get focused, and go become the person your future self will thank you for.